And welcome to District 5810's Grant Training Program for 21-22 to qualify your clubs to receive district grants in 22-23. I'm past District Governor Larry Webb, and this is my third time to be your district grants chair. The first time I was district grants chair was during District Governor Sandy Forrester's year as district governor. If you have any questions about the grant process, please contact me at my contact information here. But bear in mind that when you submit your grants next year, you will need to submit them to district grants or district5810grants@gmail.com. To be eligible for a district grant in 22-23, clubs must have a club member attend a mandatory district conducted training session for club qualifications each and every Rotary year. Your attendance today will satisfy the attendance requirement. All previous district grants have been closed. Be up to date on RI and district dues. Enter annual fund and Polio Plus Fund goals at RI's Club Central Goals Center by August the 15th of 2022. And contribute to the Rotary Foundation. Per capita contributions to the annual fund will be used in the award of grant funds. Start over. District grants fund small-scale, short-term activities that address needs in your local community or international. Clubs may sponsor and support a broad range of activities with their district grant funds. Some examples of your district grant activities could include local or international projects. If your international projects are in a country sanctioned by the State Department, then you will need to fill out an OFAC form, which stands for the Office of Foreign Asset Control. And that must be approved by RI Legal for the countries identified by the State Department. You can fund for vocational training teams. You can provide funds to RILA, Rotaract, and Interact. You can provide funds to improve existing facilities, but not construct new facilities. And scholarships, no restrictions on dollars education level, local or international. However, funds must be paid directly to the educational entity to comply with IRS rules. Some examples of projects district grants cannot fund. Fundraisers for Rotary clubs or public relation expenses, purchase of land or buildings. However, again, I'll remind you that remodeling and improvement is acceptable. Unrestricted cash donations. In other words, you cannot fund debit cards and give those to your beneficiaries. Project signage over $500. However, project signage under $500 is acceptable. Establishment of a club foundation. Administrative expenses and or personnel costs of other nonprofit organizations. What forms and agreements do you need to complete? Grant application form, memorandum of understanding, and last but not least, your final report. All forms are on the district's website at rotary5810.org. The club memorandum of understanding must be signed each year. So you will have to sign another one again this year. It's mandatory to obtain a grant. It outlines the leadership responsibilities, the financial management, document retention, and report on use of funds. And it's your authorization and agreement to the district saying you will comply with these requirements. MOU must be renewed annually and covers both global and district grants per club. Due dates. Requests for district grants are due by August the 15th of 2022. So start your planning now for next year. Our district must submit a spending plan to RI for their approval. Grant funding notification, in other words, approval of your grant, will occur by email from me to you. Final report is due within 30 days of completion of your grant project or May 1st, 2022 to receive your district reimbursement. Bear in mind that final reports not received by May 1st will not be funded. Speaking of funding, funds available are different each year. Currently, minimum grant request is $500. A maximum grant request is $3,500. And multiple grant requests are okay as long as the total does not exceed $3,500. All dollar limitations are subject to change. Over the next 2 years, the amount of funds for district grants will be less than this year's grant funding. This year, we had $85,137 available for district grants, but had $91,331 in grant requests. 30 clubs submitted 45 district grant requests. In 22-23, the amount of money available will be $78,181. In 23-24, the amount of funds available will be $73,385. You might ask, why is this occurring? It's very simple. You'll remember your grant training from years past. We get 50% of our contributions to RI, we get it back in 3 years, which means that for these years involved here, we did not contribute sufficient dollars to maintain a higher level of district grant funding. So as a result of this lower funding, a new grant funding formula will be announced to your president-elects at Lone Star Pets in February 2022. So be sure to have your president-elect in attendance at Lone Star Pets. Important dates for Rotary year 2021-2022. Lone Star Pets is February the 24th to the 27th of 22. District Leadership Training Assembly is March the 26th, 2022. And remember that the deadline for submitting final report on this year's grants that were just funded or just approved is May 1st, 2022. And final reports not received by May 1st will not be reimbursed. Important dates for Rotary year 22-23. You may begin submitting your district grants as of July 1st, 2022. Our grant deadline for next year is August the 15th, 2022, and shortly thereafter, we will submit the district spending plan to RI for approval. Other resources that you may need. Rotary.org. By logging in and navigating to Learning and Reference and Learning Center, you can get to the grant management seminar module that that speaks to global grants. Rotary5810.org. Log in and navigate to the Foundation tab, then to District Grants and District Forms. Those forms will be updated in May of 2022. Thank you for attending today.